Welcome to Man About Danville with Logan H. Gurman, a podcast for Danville, Kentucky and beyond. Conversations with friends, and you get to listen. Brought to you by the Logan Company, a commercial and residential real estate brokerage for Danville and Central Kentucky. 80% Danville-centric, 20% eccentric.
Good morning, Danville, Kentucky. Welcome to Man About Danville. I am the Man About Danville himself, Logan H. Gurman. You are listening to the most influential and fastest growing podcast for Danville, Boyle County, the Bluegrass region, and probably the entire state of Kentucky, even though I can't prove it. Thanks so much for joining me, whether you are spending one last weekend by the pool, getting ready for school, doing your back-to-school shopping, doing some yard work, going for a walk, going for a run, cutting hay, milking the cows, hanging out at the fire station. Maybe you're even shopping the world's longest garage sale there on US 127, rolling right through Mercer, Boyle, and Lincoln counties. Thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this podcast, I'd hope you consider liking it wherever you listen. Give me a review or a rating or sharing it with somebody that you know that might like to know what's going on in our great community. So when I started the podcast, the idea was to have conversations with friends. And when I've got a friend who's come up with a pretty cool idea, I thought that was a great idea for an episode. So here we go with my friend, JaNell Frisby. Hi, JaNell.
Hello.
JaNell, we're going to be talking about your adult prom project here later in a minute. But so this podcast, I started to have conversations with my friends, and I have the friends I grew up with, my college friends, my work friends. And then I have that whole subset of friends that are my CrossFit friends. And I got to know you and your husband, James, and your whole family through CrossFit.
Yes.
You are married to James. He's a CrossFitter, and you are the mom of 4 kids.
That is true.
You're a stay-at-home mom. You're a graphic designer by training. You are an independent consultant for Rodan and Fields. How long have you been CrossFitting?
It was shortly after Ruby was born. Ruby is my third. She was born in 2014, and James and I started in, I think, February of 2015. So
a good long time.
What's the math on that?
Have you gotten good at it?
I am a steady modifier. So I still can't do a strict pull-up or a kipping pull-up. I modify nearly every single thing that we do there. But I love it. It's the only thing that I've ever found that I enjoy after, 7 years? So.
Well, I describe myself as a frequent CrossFitter. I've never claimed to be any good at it, but I show up often.
Yes. And
your husband does what?
He went to school to be a teacher. He started out in physical education.
And you guys met at EKU?
At EKU, yeah. But now he actually is out of the school system altogether. He is a teacher at the Federal Medical Prison on Leestown. So
that's a whole podcast episode right there.
That is. You're going to have to just talk to James about it.
And just talk to James about that and what it's been like doing that during the past year and a half with everything that's been going on.
Yes. And he told me shortly after he got that job, he said that prisoners are better behaved than middle school students. So there's that.
They may have more immediate and consistent consequences, perhaps.
Yes, maybe so.
You are the driving force, the creative genius behind adult prom. So what is it and how did you get this idea?
So, every year around prom time, when I see all these kids posting their pictures of prom, all of us older folks get kind of nostalgic, and some of us even post our own prom photos. And so I found mine. I found the one of me laughing in my beautiful dress, and I got really sad. I got sad that I didn't get to do that with James. I don't know what the percentage is, but I would feel like a big percentage of people don't end up marrying the person they go to prom with.
Truth in fact, I did not marry my prom date.
Yeah, neither did I. So, I know that there are several. We even go to the gym with a few that married their prom date. So, but for those of us that didn't, I thought, man, I really want to do this with my husband. I want to get a dress, go eat somewhere fancy, and do the whole thing. And so it kind of spurred on from that. I made a post on Facebook with my photo, and had all these people saying, oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Let's have a prom. Let's have a prom. And so I got with a couple of my friends, Katie Davis, who also CrossFits with us, and then Lee Lopez, who her and her husband own Casa Grande. And then they are the other two official members. We actually kind of decided to create an LLC out of this called For the Love. And that the whole premise behind For the Love is that every year we wouldn't have an adult prom because who can afford to go to prom every year? But maybe we could do just something different every year, a big fun event. And maybe next year is a different theme. But the first year, the first theme is going to be adult prom because I wanted to do prom with James.
All right. So I think I saw the Facebook post and I took it as a joke. Oh, wouldn't it be funny to go to prom as an adult? And I think that's the way you meant it originally, right?
It is originally, yes. And then I had so many people interested.
So many people said, hey, we should do that. And then,
yes,
by golly, you went and did it.
We did. We went and did it.
All right. So I don't think I mentioned you are from here. You and James live in Harrodsburg. So ManAboutDanville.
We do.
We're not afraid to cross boundaries. I've done shows at Bergen and so all over Central Kentucky. So
yes.
When is adult prom? Where is it going to be?
Adult prom is August 28th.
That's a Saturday.
It is. It's a Saturday. It's from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. So we want you to go to dinner, preferably somewhere local. Get somewhere local, your business, show off your prom attire. It doesn't have to be fancy prom dress. I know some ladies in their 50s and 60s that are getting fancy prom dresses and limos, but if you just want to, dress however makes you feel happy, really. But we want you to dress up and eat dinner and come to prom. And it is at the Farmstead, which is owned by Christina Coslow Lewis. Is that right? Yes. And so she has a place out 68, I believe. It's where Mercer County had their prom, actually.
That's a nice touch.
Yes. So they have events there, wedding receptions, lots of things. It's in a big barn, but she makes it look beautiful. So we have enough space for 160 guests, and it doesn't have to be, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It can be your gal pals, or my mom is coming with her sister, and you don't have to be from even Mercer County or Boyle County. You can be we have friends from college that are coming up from Tennessee. So it is really just open to anyone.
This is either the greatest idea or the worst idea I've ever heard of, that people are coming in and maybe recycling a bridesmaid's dress.
Yes, wouldn't that be fun?
Well, everybody said you could wear those things again, and here's your chance.
Yeah, I know, right. The cool thing about this, and the reason that we created the LLC instead of just having a one-off event, is because we wanted the proceeds to go to a different charity each year. So maybe next year we'll do a different themed event, and we'll choose a charity in Boyle County. This year we're choosing Mercer Transformation, which is through the United Way here in Mercer County, and it's to help homeless, and just they do so many things here in Mercer County as far as their reach. And so we wanted to support them. They were kind of our first choice. We talked to someone here in town, in the city, and asked who could benefit the most from a charitable donation, and they were top of the list. So that was the goal with, we're not just making money to put in our pockets, we're making it to give it away. So next year we'll choose someone else. The
United Way does a good job of screening their applicants and making sure that the money is actually going to be used in a productive manner. So
yes.
Speaking of which, and so how much are tickets?
They're $50 a piece, not a couple, 50 a piece. And getting those tickets actually gets you it comes with the $50 purchase gets that person 2 drink ticket. And there are going to be, it's not a BYOB. So if you want more drinks, then you can give a $5 donation for an additional drink. And we will have bluegrass and buttercream cupcakes free of charge, and chips and salsa from Casa Grande free of charge as well. So snacks, because you should have already had a local dinner somewhere.
You can go to Beaumont Inn or
Casa Grande,
wherever.
The Old Owl Tavern. I think me and my crew are thinking Copper and Oak maybe is where we're going to go. So
now you're going to be dressed for prom at dinner, right?
Totally. Absolutely. Yes.
This should not cause questions or murmurs among the crowds anywhere.
It will. And I think that's the fun of it, because maybe then next year they'll want to be a part of whatever we've got going on.
Who could see this and not want to be a part of it?
I mean, right?
All right. So you mentioned Katie Davis is on the committee.
Yes.
Are there going to be prom pics?
There are. Katie is not doing it. I'm glad you asked that. Katie did not want to be encumbered, busied by taking photographs. But my friend Susan Harris, who is a photographer, is coming, and her husband is going to assist her. And we've already picked out a classic prom backdrop.
Awesome.
It's fantastic. And also got a prom king and prom queen sash and crown and tiara, so that every single attendee can be prom king and queen in their photo.
Oh, that's outstanding. Way to spread it. That's the most egalitarian thing I've ever heard of. Everybody gets to be prom queen.
Everybody. We all go home with a trophy. Yes, we are going to have photos there that you can get your photos taken with your date, with your friends, as a group. We want you to remember the night.
Like the kids say, if there are no pics, it didn't happen.
Exactly. We want these all over the social media world. So,
all right. So it's going to be August 28th from 8 to 12. Tickets are $50 a piece or $100 per couple. Do you have a website, or how do I score tickets?
There's a Facebook page. I created a For the Love Facebook page, I think is what you call it. It's not a group. I think it's a page. But it's on Facebook, For the Love LLC. And in that, you can see all the posts that we've made. There will be an Eventbrite link in there that you can click on. It gives you all the details about what comes with your ticket, what will be there, the start and end time, just all the details that you would need. And you can click on the link there and purchase tickets.
All right. I'll find that Facebook page and link it in the show notes.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
This sounds like an enormous amount of fun. Whether you had a great time at prom, or whether you had a miserable time at prom, or whether you didn't go to prom, here's your chance.
Yes, that was the goal. It's either kind of a take two. Mine's kind of a take two. I mean, my date was a nice enough guy, and
do you want to call him out?
No, it's okay. I won't. He was a nice.
We could get him online too if you want.
We had a great time. But it was, it's so much more fun. How much more fun to do that with my husband. So it's kind of a prom take two for me. Some people, maybe they didn't go to prom. Maybe they did go with their spouse and they want to go with their spouse now. I have our Sunday school teachers from our church. They did go to prom together, and they're going to come to this one too. So they're going to have a prom pic from all those years ago and a prom pic from, 2021.
Making memories.
Yes. And then my mom and her sister, like I said, they're coming together. So it's just kind of for everybody. And we are going to have a DJ. Christina found one that comes highly recommended. So he's going to have music from all generations. This is something, we don't want it to just be for people in their 30s, 40s, 50s. We really do want to, get up in 60s, 70s, 80s. Gosh, just as long as you're 21 and over, it's for you. So.
All right. Well, what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I am 120. It is a holiday in my family. James calls. He said this morning, he said Highway 127 yard sales is basically a holiday it's my mom, her sister, my aunt who lives in Paint Lick. We all go to my Aunt Carita's house in Paint Lick, and that's kind of our, where we camp out each night is her house. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will yard sale from sun up till sundown. So we are so excited.
I forgot that
Christmas.
The yard sale is the first weekend in August every year, isn't it?
It is. And last year, we did have it last year. We wore masks, obviously, but we were shocked that they allowed it to happen. I guess because it goes through so many states.
Well, you can't really stop it. I mean, it's just people putting their stuff out. You can't really stop it. Yeah. So we masked up last year and we yard saled and had a great time. And we are excited about it this year too. We have very specific names for places. Like there's one place we call Geode Hill because they have all these geodes. There's one place that we call the Big Field. I mean, there are lots of big fields, but we know exactly which one we're talking about when we say the Big Field. We've been doing it for years, and it is our favorite thing. There are so many places that have good lunches. We know there's one place that has terrible hamburgers, and I won't tell you which place that is, but they said they were kind of green in tint. So you're skipping that place.
We don't get burgers there anymore, but it's the best time. We have so much fun.
Are you taking the kids
and I have
too?
A list. Oh gosh, no! This is my vacation.
Okay.
My mother-in-law comes to the house to be with James and stays with the kids while I go. I always promise to find them a treasure. Last year, I found you a pitchfork.
You did find me a pitchfork. Yes, it's in with the rest of my lawn implements.
Yes, I have a list. People have started to get a hold of me and said, hey, I'm looking for a kitchen table and chairs. Hey, I'm looking for 8 and 10 pound dumbbells. Hey, I'm looking for. So I've got a list that I keep. And, if there's something that you need, let me know and I'll look for it.
Kind of a professional picking service.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So many talents, JaNell.
I know. Multi-talented.
People now have a pen and paper and can write this down. Adult prom in Mercer County, but it's open to anybody and everybody over 21 that wants either a second crack at prom or a prom with their new beloved or that didn't get to go the first time. Adult prom is going to be August 28th, 8 to 12. Yep. There's a bar with adult beverages, cupcakes from Bluegrass and Buttercream, chips and salsa from Casa Grande. Eat dinner before, get dressed up.
There's going to be a DJ, so there will be dancing.
There will be dancing.
If that's your thing.
There'll be pictures. Well, it's prom. You got to dance at prom. Everybody gets a prom king and queen sash.
Yes, a photo to keep as a memento.
JaNell, I can't wait to be there, and I can't wait to see the spectacle that happens on August 28th.
Me either. Everyone needs to come. It's going to be great fun. I hope that it gets more people to come.
Well, with the breadth and depth of my audience, I mean, people could be coming in from New York, Miami, left coast.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for being with me today.
Yes, thanks, Logan.
Hey, and JaNell, you know what it's time for?
What?
What's Up Danville? What's Up Danville is the news you can use for our fair community. Got a bunch of things this week. Coach E.G. Plummer 5K is tomorrow, August 7th. So that's Saturday morning. Starts at 8:30 at the Danville Stadium. I don't know if you can register in person. This may be kind of late notice, but you might be able to. So check it out if you're in the area. Watch out for runners, although it is mostly a cross-country 5K. It takes place on the Danville cross-country course. As we mentioned, the US 127 yard sales this weekend, the world's longest yard sale. If you're out driving around on 127, please be careful. There are so many people that they see a bargain and they hit the brakes and they don't signal and they're pulling out and pulling in. Just watch out as you're rolling down 127 this weekend. If you want to get off the beaten path and you need to do some shopping, go check out my friend Kate Snyder at the Plaid Elephant Bookstore. It's her grand opening this weekend. It's on 3rd Street in the Chase Bank building. Chase is there at Main and 3rd Street, and she's on 3rd Street. You can't miss her storefront. It's really cute and looks like a great place to stop in and pick up some books, especially for your kids. The Boyle Investment in Youth Livestock Sale will be September 7th this year at the Boyle County Fairgrounds. If you want more information about that, check out episode 20. I interviewed some kids and parents involved with that. It's a really neat organization. It's a chance to support young farmers, ag families here in the area. It's a chance to pick up some locally sourced meat products for your own home. On August 28th, the Boyle County Solid Waste will be holding a hazardous household waste drop-off. Get rid of motor oil, paint, fluorescent light tubes, all that stuff that you don't know what to do with. You don't want to throw it in the regular garbage, but you can get rid of it safely and properly at the Boyle County Solid Waste there on the bypass on August 28th. P.S. They'll be doing tires on a separate day. That'll be September 16 and 17. You can get rid of your old used auto and farm tires. And last item, on Sunday, September 19th, will be the Run for the Arts. That's a Sunday late afternoon 5K to support the Bluegrass Center for the Arts there on Main Street. It's their annual event. It was virtual last year, but hopefully they're going to be able to do it live and in person this year. So Run for the Arts, Sunday, September 19th. I'd like to thank my guest, JaNell Frisby, for being with me. If you have an item you would like to include for What's Up Danville, hit me up at the email address manaboutdanville@gmail.com. You can find me on my website, manaboutdanville.com. Follow me on Instagram, ManAboutDanville. Twitter handle is at ManDanville, on the Facebook page, ManAboutDanville. You can find this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, even on YouTube. So wherever you want to listen, you can find me there. I appreciate it. Until next time, be well, have a good weekend, and thanks for listening.
That's it. We're out. Thanks so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Subscribe to Man About Danville wherever you access your favorite podcasts, and be sure to tell your friends about us. You've been listening to Man About Danville with Logan H. Gurman, brought to you by the Logan Company, a commercial and residential real estate brokerage for Danville and Central Kentucky. Know someone who would be a good guest? Want to be a guest yourself? Have an idea for the show? Get in touch with us. Find all our contact information on the web at ManAboutDanville.com. Thanks for joining us.